I'm Jeff Powers, senior writer for Real Time Fantasy Sports, and today I'm going to talk about the RTFFC Gold 15 draft that took place yesterday afternoon on our site. We've been doing this all week. We've been going over a lot of the big-time drafts taking place on our site, giving you a quick recap, talk about some of my favorite teams, and let you know what happened in these drafts to help you prepare for all your drafts as well. So let's dive into this RTFFC Gold 15 draft. I want to pull up the board for you so you can see exactly what went down in this draft. So let's look here. Let's share the screen for you so you can see all the picks. First of all, another interesting thing for me is Michael Thomas continues to fall a little bit. He used to be going in that 4 to 5 range, but now at this point, he is not going in 4 to 5. The last couple drafts I looked at, he's been going 7, 8, even 9. So in this one, he goes 7th overall again. I think this is great value, especially if you can get a good back on the way back in the second round, which this drafter did, who took Thomas RTFFC colors too. He took Miles Sanders on the way back, so I think he'd feel pretty good about that combo. Another interesting thing I always like to look at is where do the quarterbacks go, the top ones? So Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, sometimes you see them going round 2. This time they went in round 3 in this draft. James Gabble took Mahomes in the 3rd round, and the Deej took Lamar Jackson in the 3rd round. So he paired Jackson with 2 backs, Clyde Edwards-Helaire and Aaron Jones. And then James, he had Ezekiel Elliott and George Kittle on his roster before taking Mahomes in the 3rd round. So the top 2 QBs who have been going very early in drafts go in the 3rd round in this one. Another interesting pick to me was the Deej. Again, he took the Steelers defense in round 11. I think that's the highest I've seen a defense go so far. I think the Deej really likes the Steelers defense, so he went and got him in round 11. Another interesting pick to me is Christopher Herndon. I've been targeting him in a lot of my drafts, trying to get him late. It seems like the buzz is starting to pick up for Christopher Herndon because he went in round 12 to RJ. Robert Smash is the name of his team, and that's the highest I've seen Herndon go in any draft. He got him as his number 2 tight end to pair with Zach Ertz. So Herndon's stock might be going up a little bit, something to take note. Also, QBs. So a lot of them went, in that round 8, 9 area, but one team waited until the 15th round to get their first QB. That was the 2nd overall pick, Tanya Jensen, I should say. That's the Orwell team. They took Baker Mayfield in the 15th round with their pick, and then Drew Lock in the 16th round. So both quarterbacks went to this team in round 15 and 16. That was the first quarterbacks on their roster, so they waited a long time and sewed up their quarterback position at that point in the draft. Also, I want to tell you my 3 favorite teams. I like doing this. I think one team really stood out in this draft, and that was Todd Yost. I thought he had a great draft, drafted from the 4 spot, got Alvin Kamara, Nick Chubb, Kenny Golladay, Devin Singletary, DK Metcalf, Dak Prescott, Darren Waller, Phillip Lindsay, Latavius Murray, CeeDee Lamb, Drew Brees, Mike Williams, Bryce Love, Michael Pittman Jr., Sammy Watkins, and the Chargers defense. That's the core of his team. I really like this team. I like his receivers. I think he has a lot of depth at running back as well. I think getting Chubb as his number 2 back was a very good pick at that point in the draft. Chubb's kind of fallen into that range lately, and I think it's good value. I know Kareem Hunt's around, but I still think he's going to be a productive number 2 back. So I think Todd really had a great draft, really killed it in this one. Another team I like was the guy who drafted first, RJ. Robert Smash was the name of his team. He had Christian McCaffrey first, obviously, but then he took Chris Carson, James Conner, Terry McLaurin, Zach Ertz, Michael Gallup, Antonio Gibson, Josh Allen, Matt Ryan, Jalen Reagor, Darius Slayton, Christopher Herndon. 49ers, Greg Zuerlein, and McKinnon is the core of his team there. I think he really has great running back depth. Kind of worried about his number 1 receiver spot. Not sure Terry McLaurin's going to fit the bill of that, but still his depth at running back should help make up for that. Has a great tight end as well. 2 very good QBs to use. So I think his team's looking really good, especially having that number 1 overall pick in Christian McCaffrey. Last team I want to point out was Gold Rush. I thought Gold Rush had a solid draft too. Another top contender in this league. Took Dalvin Cook, Chris Godwin, Todd Gurley, Calvin Ridley, Mark Andrews, A.J. Green, Russell Wilson, Tevin Coleman, Tom Brady, Jerry Jeudy, McCole Hardman, Blake Jarwin, Curtis Samuel, Brashard Perryman, and the Bills defense. Core of his team Really like his receiving core. Has a lot of depth there with Godwin, Ridley, Green, Judy, Hardman. Really great core there. I like them a lot. Cook, Gurley, 2 solid backs, top tight end, and Andrews. Then 2 good quarterbacks, too, to platoon and Wilson and Brady. So a lot of good drafts in this one. A lot of teams should have a great chance to compete for the title. Looking good. And if you want to sign up for one of these RTFFC Gold, one of these drafts like this RTFFC Gold 15 draft, go to rtsports.com, click on the football link at the top of the page, and then you can see all the different leagues we have to offer after you click on Money Leagues. And this RTFFC Championship, the Real-Time Fantasy Sports Football Championship, it's a great one. $10,000 grand prize. You also compete for $1,500 in league prizes, so it's not just that top prize. You got a chance to win money just for winning your league. It's a great contest. Drafts going off every day, every night. If you want to get in one, I'd sign up sooner than later. Also, we have a lot of other leagues you can choose from, including our Fantasy Championship, which is a $300,000 grand prize. A little more teams in it than the RTFFC one, but a much bigger grand prize. So that's a great one, too. You can get our Dime Best Ball, some of our high-stake contests, All-American Leagues, which are just $30 per team. Just go to rtsports.com and sign up for a league today. This has been Jeff Power for Real Time Fantasy Sports. I hope you have a great day.